Hey friend, Kevin here from KF Music Studio, back with another music theory video on how to build a major pentatonic scale. Now, if you're like me, I've been a guitar player for years. Major pentatonic scales seem to be the first thing that everybody gravitates towards. They say, man, I gotta learn how to play a major pentatonic scale. And I think that that's great. I think learning the pattern of how to play a pentatonic scale is phenomenal. I think it's really great. But I think it's half the equation. I think knowing the pattern and how to play it is one part, but also understanding how do we build it, what is it, and how do I use it? I think when we understand those three things, I think that makes learning, that completes the picture. That makes learning a major pentatonic scale everything that it should be. So let's get into it. Let's talk about major pentatonic scales. So in its simplest form, a major pentatonic scale is a major scale. And a major scale has 8 notes: the first, the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then the eighth, or the octave. Basically, a major pentatonic scale is taking that major scale and you take out the fourth and you take out the seventh. All right. So if you can imagine, if we're in the key of C, it would be like using the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's a major scale. Now, if we take out the fourth and the seventh, we take out the F and we take out the B, which would leave us with the notes C, D, E, we skip F, to G, and then A, and we skip the seventh, B, and then the C again. So C, D, E, G, and A. Now, that's at its purest form. That's how you make a major pentatonic scale. If you use any other notes in that particular key, then it wouldn't be a major pentatonic scale. It would be some variation of that. But that's how you build a major pentatonic scale. Is you take a major scale and you take out the fourth, you take out the seventh, and you're left with the first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. Now, why do we put so much emphasis on the major pentatonic scale for learning? And I'll tell you, because that is one of the easiest ways to enter into improvisation in a given key. And if you think about it, you've heard major pentatonic scales your whole life and you may not have even realized it. Like most melodies, especially ones from like folk tunes or commercial jingles, tend to focus on the pentatonic scale because those notes generally fit with most chords, in fact with all the chords in a major scale. So those 5 notes sound good in any combination, and you can use them over any chord progression in a key, and you can basically create a melody from scratch using the pentatonic scale. So that's how we use them. We use them as an entry point into soloing. We use it as we try to create melodies. Maybe if you're a songwriter, try using the pentatonic scale. And see what happens when you use the pentatonic scale to sort of be a guide to creating melodies and soloing and things like that. That's why we learn those patterns on guitar. So I hope that clears up a little bit of what the major pentatonic scale is. And I want you to know, we here at KF Music Studio, we've created a free guide that if you want to dive a little bit deeper into this, into other music theory concepts, we've created a free guide called the 9 Building Blocks of Music Theory. And I would love if you would take a moment, go to kfmusicstudio.com, get the guide and work through it. So if you're like me, if you're an absolute beginner, which is where I started as an absolute beginner, and you're like, man, I feel like I've tried everything, but I'm just really frustrated. I just don't know how to start. We've created a guide that sequentially walks through the 9 building blocks of music theory. And I know if you go through the guide and understand those concepts, you're going to be able to take your music playing and your music understanding and comprehension to a whole new level. So I hope you'll go to kfmusicstudio.com, get the guide, and I hope that this helps. So leave a comment below. Tell me, what's the hardest thing about learning music theory? I'd love to be able to help you out with that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like, subscribe, share this video to anybody you think it would be helpful for, or just everybody. We'd be so grateful. So thank you so much, friends. Love you. Have a wonderful day.